Okay. But yeah, so for whatever crimes you guys have decided you had committed, they were heinous, evil crimes, and you had been caught, tried, and sentenced to spend the rest of your lives in this prison. And probably all three have been there. But one day, the head guard, who you know is Rickon Roll, will come to Graham.
So I was laughing because you said Rick and Roll.
Everything I do. Yes, so he will come to each of your chambers one at a time with a handful of guards. Place you in shackles, hands behind your back. There will be and the spell is cast on the room itself that you're in, and then it will also be cast on the shackles each of you are wearing.
Mm-hmm.
And each one of you will be led out of your chambers, out of your cells, and taken into a dark room where you see there's 3 chairs. And you'll all be sat down on each one. Bolts, chains will be fastened to the ground to restrain you, and you will all be sat there together. They will leave you in that room for a moment, but you will just, all 3 sat in a dark room. So this will be your first time to interact with each other, if there is any interacting you're wanting to do. And you, really, for years, the only time you might get seen is if you need any medical attention, which not all of you would require medical attention in the couple of years you've been there, I imagine. So you wouldn't have been spoken to by anyone. I mean, there's existence. I mean, you imagine, is it Count of Monte Cristo? In the prison, where it is just you get no social interaction. You are just there to live until you die.
Whoop, sorry. There we go. Just adjusting my phone. Do you want us to introduce ourselves so that we all know who each other is and what each other is?
I would say, you were all been locked up. No news from the outside world, and you hadn't seen anybody so appearances may have changed over those 2 years. So even if you saw posters, you wouldn't instantly recognize each other.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this would be a time just to, you guys introduce hardened criminals and,
How dark's this room? Because I
Bad
don't have
people.
dark vision.
It's dim. There's no windows.
Okay.
There's no
I
windows,
can't,
but
I
there'll
can't
be
actually see people there.
Yeah, but it's just like a few torches on the wall. It's not well lit. It's dim lit.
I also do not have dark vision.
Oh, I do.
I thought it was going to be the first session ever where nobody has dark vision.
That would be hilarious.
Like you go into a dark room. No, we don't.
What I'll do, roll me a d20.
Okay.
Everyone.
Yes.
8.
So, enough you in the room first, and you're sat down, chained up, and you're sat in that room for a couple of minutes on your own.
Sorry, I missed the beginning of
And
that.
following you, Ash. Nothing's taken into the room first and is chained to the chair and chained to the floor, bolted down. And then a few minutes later, you've been sat there on your own. Ash is brought in chains and sat in the chair next to you. And again, bolted to the stone floor, very securely shackled. So what does do you want to describe what each other sees as you walk in? So what would Ash see as he walks in?
So am I
Ignaf.
first?
No, Ignaf is first. So
Ash would see a quite large creature. Looks like a it's about 6-7 foot tall. It's obviously sat down, so you can't quite gauge the height. It's a turtle, but what really gets you isn't the look; it's the smell.
Oh, good.
The smell. It smells fairly rotten. You can sense flies circling around.
Oh, that's fun.
It's it almost it doesn't look a very happy turtle at all. It's the skin. What little skin you can see is decrepit almost. It's quite gruesome, really.
She a zombie turtle.
and Ash, would you like to describe what Ignaf would see?
So Ash is a tiefling female. Her skin colour is kind of grey bone colour. It's pallid even in sunlight. She has black hair and twisted grey horns, fiery red eyes, and like marks tattooed all across her skin, scratches and brands all across her face, ears full of holes where piercings would have been, which I'm gathered they would have taken out in jail. Yes, she is not decrepit or stinky. She is unfazed. Unfazed. Hello.
She won't be bathed while you've been here.
Huh? What?
Be stinky because
Oh, it would be
mean
stinky.
maybe once a year you're hosed down once a year, but you're not. There's no washrooms or.
Oh, I mean, she's no stranger to grime and flies. She's a necromancer, so a little bit of infestation and blight and wither and decay is right up her street. So she's not bothered by any of that. She's not bothered by any of this. Seems blissfully accepting of where she is.
So, Kat, if you want me a quick perception.
Perception.
New room. You've not been moved from your room for a while, so you're not really noticing anything in particular. You're just probably really pleased to be out of that room.
Well, it makes a change to be somewhere new. It makes a change to be somewhere new. I know. Shh. I was talking. Anyway, there's someone new here. Shh. I know. Hello.
She's got mad.
No, not at all.
Well, she's just got an unseen servant that follows her around.
No, just the voices in her head.
Yeah, she's gone mad.
Who are they?
Ooh, aren't you fun?
Yes, we are.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, I won't. No, I won't. Not yet. That's fine. Is this seat for me?
All seats are for us.
We're going to be friends.
I
No.
don't play creepy very well.
You don't have to play creepy.
I don't think I physically possibly can. I'm going to be the voice of reason in this one, aren't I?
I'm not playing
A few
Ash's.
minutes pass. A few minutes pass, and Vaneri is led into the room.
Vanari, thank you very much.
Vanari, sorry, Vanari. So, would Vanari? Would you like to describe what they see? You've obviously heard how the other two appear.
Yeah, so if I'd ever had time to create a token, which I don't, so it won't look like this when you see the token, if you see the token during combat, etc. So Vanari would be walked into the room, and you would see just an average height, sort of, 5'9", 5'10", very quite pale, white-haired humanoid. So he looks basically human, but just very pale, with sort of like bleach white hair.
I will put.
So yeah, he would
He's
walk in.
sat down and chained up as well next to you guys.
Sorry?
And you're left again in it. So, sorry. Can you? Have I not got a good connection here?
You keep
It
breaking up.
keeps breaking up a little.
I've got a good internet.
I was hoping it was just my internet, but because everybody else was going, sorry, what? I'm like, oh, it's not just me, then it is Scott.
I'm gonna just drop into chat the image of Ash that I am working with.
I would say when Vanari walks in and spots
That is a
Tinkering,
picture.
he probably would utter something in Infernal.
She speaks Infernal.
Yeah, so does Vanari. So it probably would have uttered. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm going to pronounce it how I think it should
Yes.
be pronounced, which is Pasmeroftse, which is Infernal for motherfucker.
Lovely.
And she will reply, "You too."
It's like an exasperated motherfucker. Like, obviously, as a paladin, life dedicated to the eradication of fiends and undead, has walked into a room with a turtle that looks undead and a tiefling necromancer. It's like, oh, motherfucker. It's like...
So, wow, is that sound any better?
So far,
Yeah, it's not
Good.
cut out yet.
So, as you were all sat there, maybe started to, look at each other and weigh each other up, and a little bit of communication. You hear the door open behind you, and a humanoid walks in with dark skin, big black hair, and you will all recognize this person as the Warden. Her name is Adnama Rilor. And she's a fierce-looking woman, and she strides.
If we
in front
fight
of
the
you.
law, will the law win?
Yes. At this present moment in time, yes. She strides in with Rickon by her side, and a few guards line the room. And she pulls up a chair and just sits in front of the three of you. And she does not look intimidated or shocked by any of your appearances or anything about any of you. And as she sits there, she's silent for a second, just watching your reactions.
I'm going to copy her
And
body
then-
language as she moves. So will Ash.
You are chained
Well-
firmly to the chair and to the ground. Your
I
hands are
see.
chained by the wrist and down. You guys can't move very much. It's more that just your head can spin.
Yeah.
Why are we here? Release us.
You, the the worst of the worst, the most despicable people in the land.
Oh, are you talking to me?
You talking to all three of you.
God, you kill a few dozen children, and you're the worst of the worst.
And you see her face stays stern and does not change. She's not amused. She's not shocked by anything any would say. I have chosen you three, or should I say, I have been forced to pick some amongst the inmates here. Disposable assets, should we say? You were due to die here anyway. So, from above me, I have been requested to put together a little group of people who might be able to earn some rewards, shall we say. Maybe we can cut down the time you have to serve here. In return, you do a little job for us. How does that sound to you?
I wasn't listening. Shh.
Can I say there'll be a visible change in Venari's demeanor and appearance? At which point he would be like, yes, please, anything to get out, anything at all. I shouldn't be here. Once again, Warden, I must protest my innocence. It wasn't me.
What?
After just previously gloating about murdering a few dozen innocent children.
It was me.
If you complete the mission I will outline to you, I mean, agree or not agree, succeed or don't succeed, your lives will end prematurely than they would have done if you didn't commit those heinous crimes. But this gives you the chance of maybe breathing and sniffing free air once again. Even though that goes against everything I believe. None of you should ever be given a chance to step foot free in the world. I can only imagine the chaos that will entail after you are freed, but again, this comes from above me. So we have something we need taken care of. We don't want to risk the lives of anybody important or anybody who anybody might even care about. So it is deemed that you will do this job for us.
No, that makes sense.
We will take you out to where a very important person has been abducted. It is your job to return them and also to take the head, bring back the head of the creature which is abducted your target.
And the head of the target. Okay.
If the target is harmed, you will die. And as she's talking, one at a time, you will,
life in death.
you will all feel a hand touch your shoulder.
Ooh.
Just for a few seconds. And she will say, I don't know if you're familiar with any curses,
Oh, yes.
but you've been cursed with deadly diminution.
Oh, that's an unusual one. I like that one.
Yes, for the others you who aren't aware, every morning,
Question.
yes,
If I'd have taken the spell remove curse, would it have worked?
No.
Damn it.
No.
I'm glad I didn't then.
Every dawn from today, your size will decrease by 50%. And will continue to decrease every dawn until you become nothing. This curse can only be lifted by my colleague here who has inflicted you with this curse. So you have one day.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
This is Venari asking these follow-up questions, by the way, not just me being a dick.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No.
Should it take 2 dawns, but then we get back and we're half the size we are now? Once it's removed, do we go back to our original size, or do we stay small?
You will return as you are now, once the curse is lifted.
So hypothetically, we have 2 days.
From a game point of view, every time you shrink, your strength score reduces by 4, constitution by 2, you reduce your AC by 1, and your size is dropped to small. So you'd go one
So from
size
medium
down.
to small, small to tiny, tiny to dead.
I think we'll be like, yeah.
I don't think there's anything smaller than tiny, is there? Like, tiny's the smallest you can be. So if we take longer than 2 days, we will shrink to death effectively.
Yeah, but basically, after like 4 days, even if you are still alive but tiny, you are effectively incorporeal, invisible, and paralyzed while in a subatomic size. And if and when, so you have to do a wisdom save beginning of every day, but if you fail the last one, then basically you've had the spell. What's it called when you disappear into nothing?
Disintegrate?
Yes, disintegrate. Basically, it is as if the disintegrate spell just happens within you, and
We're
become
essentially
nothing.
reduced to the molecular level. There
not
is
in a-
nothing left of us to restore.
But not in an Ant-Man quantum realm can cause chaos on a microscopic level kind of coolness.
No,
No.
not even in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids sort of cool either.
Damn, you thought of
How many
Basically,
everything.
we want to try and
strength
knock this out of the park in one solid day. So in theory, we're starting at dawn then, so that we've got
Yeah.
a full 24 hours until we shrink.
Yes.
What's the
Right.
strength score decrease a day?
4.
Pardon?
4. So even that alone would kill most people in a couple of days.
Yeah, because if one of your scores reduces to 0, don't you just die?
I'm already at 8. Strength is my dump stat.
I'm an 18, so I can afford to lose 4.
So, but yeah, so this curse has been inflicted onto each of you now, and this is this. And so,
Sorry,
so
I'm annoyed
this
at myself. If I'd have taken the gauntlets of ogre power, the strength score reduction wouldn't have mattered because it's 19 regardless.
Yeah,
God damn it.
well, your items obviously all shrink, so I would also say any magical items, their power will deteriorate as well by 50%.
Bollocks. Right, fine.
Just because, but so she'll explain. You've been bestowed this curse.
Okay.
Call this my explosion in your head. If you don't,
Battle Royale's collar round the neck sort
Oh,
of deal.
good
Yeah.
reference.
you
What a
kill
film.
anybody
That's a great film.
you're not supposed to kill, then you will not be cured. You do
How will they
anything-
know? Are we? Is somebody coming along with us, or are we just under constant observation from like a scrying eye? Or
You will be under watch the whole time.
Just
okay,
say
done.
that.
No
one-
nonsense. No nonsense. No fucking around. No murdering innocents. Just get the job done. Get in. Get out. Get done.
No
You've
murdering.
all seen Suicide Squad, as the name
Yeah.
is this.
No murdering
Rickon-
innocents.
No, just kill.
Everything else?
If you must kill somebody
Mhm.
to achieve your
Yes.
to achieve the mission success,
So no reckless murder. But if we have to kill people along the way to achieve the goal, that's fine.
your goal is to return the the captured person.
Okay.
You will
I
recognize her.
still don't understand.
Yeah.
Your terms of life and death mean little.
I mean, I'm with you on that. It's a
Do
fun
I
run.
have to go with the zombie and the demon? Because I'd really
Hi.
rather not.
You have been put together as a team we feel can achieve success.
I don't think your people did enough research.
Success, success or death. And if you do not understand the concepts of life and death, maybe the concept of nothingness, you will become nothing. There is no return from where
Follow-up
you will
question.
go.
Sorry, Venari's very inquisitive. I don't mean to be distracted
just
and things.
keep going.
I'm trying to be in character.
Yes.
Should these two be getting in my way, if I kill one of them, do I suffer penalties or is
Good
that okay?
question.
You will work together.
Mm.
As I said, anything or anybody you have to kill in order to achieve success.
So theoretically, if
you-
I have to kill the zombie turtle to achieve success, that's okay.
No, because the zombie turtle will not be standing in your way, as he also is aware that if he does not succeed, he will turn to nothing. Beyond
Okay,
life,
just to
beyond death.
this is a complete change of personality from the person that was previously begging for freedom earlier. But it'll just change like that.
I like
I
this.
decided to lean into the split personality idea.
Succeed in this mission, and you will prove your worth. Perhaps you succeed on some more missions should we need. Each time, your sentence shall be reduced.
Remind me again, what was my sentence?
Death. You will stay in your room until you breathe no
So
more.
life
until you
imprisonment, no
expire.
chance of parole. So if I succeed here, what do I get my sentence reduced to?
I mean, I would say minimum of 20, 30 years of prison time before you are freed. You would all breathe free air, even if it be just for a day, which surely succeeds, is much better than the prospect of
Okay,
never breathing
I'm
free
in.
air again.
I've decided. I'm in. I accept your terms. I'm in.
And she will just look at you and say, "Your acceptance is neither warranted or required. These are my terms, and this is what you will do."
And I accept your terms.
I don't have
Your-
anything planned. Not until next week. So yeah.
It's either this
in.
or sit in a square room until I die. So yeah, I accept your terms. I'm in.
Your equipment and everything you came here with will be returned to you. Obviously,
Fantastic.
when you return, you will relinquish those items for us to keep for you for your next mission. Should you succeed. If not, they won't get you far. You may see 4 more sunrises, but after that you will expire.
We'll just have to have the most fun we can in those days.
Before you leave, and while my men prepare the airship that will take you to the scene of the abduction, one bit of information we have is we believe giants may be involved.
Cool.
I hope to see you before dawn.
Who are we rescuing? How will we know who they are and how not to kill them?
And so she will show you all a picture of a beautiful woman, fine clothing, She'll give you no names, but she will show you a picture and say, "This is the person you must save." You do not need to know their name. They were being held captive. You find the giants, bring us the head of the leader, return her unharmed and not touched by any of you. No injuries, no anything.
When you say untouched, can we carry her?
And when you say injuries, how bad?
If she stubs her toe on the way and that's completely not our fault.
If her toe
do we
falls
cover?
off on the
Say
way.
alive.
If she stubs her toe on the way, that will be deemed an injury, and the curse shall not be lifted. She will return in
If
exactly
she stubs
the
her
same
toe on the
condition.
way and then I can heal her, is that okay?
Any spells, any way of touching or affecting this person will not be tolerated. You find her. Rickon and his men will stay with the airship, leaving you to do what you do best.
You want me to do my best?
Do what you do best.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
Yes? And so with that, she will just stand up and walk out the room. Each of you will be unchained and led through corridors. And it's dark. Aw, it's dark. It's dingy. There's not a lot of light. It's dusty cobwebs. I mean, this place is an absolute awful place.
No place for kids.
Say hello.
Hi.
Getting bigger.
Look at little
Hi,
chunk. Look at him.
How is everybody?
Yeah, we're good.
You good, Harry? Yeah. You're shaking your head no, but you're saying yeah.
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 That looks like a dead
That's
number.
That looks like a
personality.
dead number. He's looking at the cube from the Sewer Squad logo and he says it looks like a dead number.
Squid.
It's not wrong.
Because it looks like a 0 with a X's for eyes.
It's
Right.
just a smiling
This
face.
is kind of and that's an A.
That is an A. Yeah, right. Okay. You go up and do your teeth and get changed, and I'll come up in just a minute.
Teeth out in there. Toothbrush and
Hang on. You go upstairs, get ready for bed, and I'll come up in a minute. Stuck you in. Where's this stuff?
I keep it there.
Sorry, guys. 2 seconds. There you go. Right. I'll come up in 5 minutes, Harry. 5 minutes.
What would be easier, this mission or parenting?
Sorry.
I said, what would be easier?
Probably easier. This mission will be easier.
Yeah.
Oh, insight. Who was rolling insight and what for?
I was.
Backwards fun guy was.
Hey.
Yeah, I picked up on that straight away, Chris.
I didn't.
I was doing it to see if I believe the if we would get any time reduced off our.
To see whether you believed whether she was being genuine about alleviating our sentences.
With that, you believe her wholeheartedly. You don't think she's lying at all. This for
Shall
you
we,
feels
shall we
like-
all roll just to see?
I mean, get
You
that,
can
that
if
one
you
out of
wish.
the way.
I mean, insight. is a roll that
Oh, I'd let the side down.
God damn it, Kat. How dare you not get in that one?
I know.
We are the most naive prisoners in the world.
It feels like the
enough.
Suicide Squad.
and Veneric, you believe this absolutely. If this feels like
One of me does at least. Do I get to roll for my other personality?
you can do if you wish.
Yeah, screw it. Right, one of me does not believe it. One of me really does.
And then the other two who rolled well, you didn't sense any deceit from her. She seemed to be talking honestly and frankly to you, as if she was everything she told you. She was telling the truth. You believe the curses being bestowed. You believe the times. You believe that you will, if you succeed, you will taste freedom.
How exciting.
So, but you'll all be taken from that room, let's say, through tunnels and weaving around, and a door opens, and you all see sunlight, and it almost burns your eyes because you've not been out in the sun for a couple of years. And I mean, there were no torches in your room. There is some light that gets in there, but there's no like proper torches. They wouldn't trust you with fire in your room.
Very wise.
So, but you see, there's a little airship there, and you guys climb on, still shackled and chained, and you take off, and you're flying out, all sat together, and takes. Well, it's not on the doorstep, so we're going to say it's going to take 4 hours flying to get there. So if we're setting off at dawn, this all started at 6 o'clock. We are saying it is about 10 a.m. We'll say now, even though it's combats, which is 6 seconds around. So I mean, it could be bloody 11:30 at night, and it doesn't really make a difference. But anyway, so it's morning, and as you land, you can see carriages smashed up. You can see dead horses ripped in half, and parts here, parts there. And as you're stood there, still all shackled, a chest is brought out and placed in front of each of you. Yep.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
You are unshackled, and all the chains have been taken off of you. And you have a chest in front of you, and as each of you open it, you see in there all of your belongings.
As the gauntlets are taken off Ash, she stretches in a really unnerving kind of way. Just like there's a few clicks in there, arms that don't quite go where they should, neck is a little too hypermobile. Just to
Popping and locking, but literally.
yeah.
But
That's
we'll have
better.
a 10-minute gearing up montage.
Montage! It's a montage!
Cool. Do we want to discuss what we've got,
Ooh.
or?
I mean, feel free to show off and, explain what you've got, or if you wish to share equipment and whatnot.
Have you looked up the items that we've told you we've asked for? So do you know what the things we have do?
A little bit, but not completely. But, it's not like any of you guys will never try and break any game, so I have nothing but faith in
No,
you.
not at all. Not at all. No. Never, ever. Hey, I didn't take adamantine armor for a change.
I know.
Holy
I
shit!
know. Yep.
And I've got a feeling that at least 2 of the things I did choose are going to be basically redundant.
Oh. Well, as I say, this will be my new one-shots. Instead of the guild, I'm going to move into Suicide Squad. So again, you would be able to create new convicts for
Cool.
other games if you wish. But yeah, you all gear up, and you're at the scene of the abduction. So if you want to discuss items or anything, feel free.
Go on then, Valari.
I took the clockwork amulet for my common.
Mhm.
Just one free reroll, basically. What effectively isn't it like one free almost success pretty much? Isn't it? You automatically get a 10 or something, and then you get your modifiers on top. I took a brooch of shielding my uncommon, which makes me resistant to force damage and immune to magic missiles, which I'm sure won't even be remotely relevant. A Sunblade for rare, so I have a Paladin-y style weapon, and then a Robe of Stars for my very rare, which gives me +1 to all my saving throws. And I have. Oh, shall I roll my 1d6 for? Oh no, you start with 6, don't you? Then you restore 1d6. I have 6 stars that are slightly larger than the others on my robe. I can pull one off to cast a level 5 magic missile.
Ooh.
And I restore 1d6 stars every dawn. That's what I
Sweet.
took.
Cool. Well, Ash took, for very rare, a Staff of Power. So it's a twisted, gnarled staff, crooked and splintered, and embedded in it are several kind of stones and gems, including a Ruby of the War Mage, so she can use it as a spellcasting focus as well. I also took a and the Staff of Power has an insane amount of different spells that it can cast with number of charges as well. So I've got those in a list.
Bear with me 2 minutes, I just need to go tuck Harry in, and then
No,
I'll be
it's-
right back. Won't be long.
So Scott, I've listed those out on the bio section in Treasure, just so I know what ones are on there and how many charges and that shit. I took a Mantle of Spell Resistance, so it's like a tattered cloak, that's the word, to give advantage on saving throws against spells, and an Amulet of Health to make my Constitution 19. 19.
I see. I see this turtle gown, a cloak of protection.
Nice.
It's also a smouldering cloak. So it's just
On fire.
odorless smoke rising off it constantly. The odor's already there from the character. And in one hand, he's got his wooden shield +2. And in the other hand, he's got a moon sickle,
Ooh.
which is +3 to attacks and damage, bonus spell attack rolls and saving DC rolls, and the spell casting focus.
Amazing.
And if I cast a healing spell, I can roll a d4 and add that to it.
Cool,
I don't
cool.
have any of this cool stuff.
Your God, you've got all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are you eating?
Popcorn.
Boy,
Liz is now intolerant to corn. We have a popcorn making machine and also lots of kernels, so she can't eat it, which was one of her favourite snacks. So
Really?
I decided to. Yeah, she did one of them hair.
I'm just going to go and refill my
tickets.
water. I'll be back.
Yeah, one of those send your hair off to be tested, and she's intolerant to dairy
Mm.
and corn stroke maize.
So
So we're trying
she's not had a proper allergy test. She's just had the what's your oh, it's not. It's like the history things, isn't it? Your background, but it's a different one, isn't it?
Yeah, so she's cheese and corn is the main things.
Well,
She loves
mean-
cheese and corn.
is it? If it's dairy, is it milk? Is it chocolate?
Milk chocolate, it's yogurt, it's milk, cow's milk.
Is she
It's
actually
milk.
going to go have an allergy test, like proper?
I'm not sure. I mean, this thing, I think it is supposed to be pretty good. I mean, she's 20 quid for it, and
Did you say it's one of these hair test things?
Especially the
heard-
hair.
I've heard they're a bit.
I'd go get a proper allergy test
Yeah.
done.
But well, so
Back-
far we've
back.
cut some stuff out, and she's not feeling anywhere near as bad as she has been before we cut these things out. So
Awesome.
but, Yeah, so you all get geared up. Do you want to hear what everyone's got, Graham?
Graham
Yeah,
knows what
sure.
I've got.
Yeah, I do, because it's the same stuff he asked me for. So I know what Craig's got already.
I have a
I got Staff of Power,
staff of power with a ruby of the war mage embedded
Ruby of the
in
War
it.
Mage.
I have a mantle of spell resistance, like a
Yep.
tattered cloak, and an amulet of health to boost my constitution to 19.
Cool. Okay.
So yeah, you're at the scene. I say you're seeing. It looks like a massacre's happened here. There are dead horses, dead people. There are. Everything seems to be like just scattered around as if it's been hit by a giant cannonball at point blank range. Everything just seems to have exploded out.
Someone's
Yep.
had all the fun
And,
before we got here.
But there is some quite large footprints leading away, and as you look on the horizon, as you look at the landscape, you can see there is mountains towards where these footsteps are leading.
Okay.
Well,
I assume Ignuff has rolled survival to see if he can determine from the size of the footprints what sort of giants we're dealing with.
Is that what you're rolling for?
It's something along them lines of where we are and what we can tell from footprints.
You can see a variety of sizes in these footprints, but all of them at least twice the size of your own.
Okay.
I guess this is what we're looking for.
Where I just go. I theorise we should probably follow the footprints.
If you want to, all of you want to roll either investigation or perception, whichever one you would prefer.
Whoa! Up!
So, Ignuff, I'll say you notice one thing on the carriage remains that are littered around. You do see some singe marks, like as if it's been burnt, but they don't sense any fire has happened here.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
No meta.
I'm not going to meta, but you son of a bitch.
So, yeah, I'm guessing you guys are gonna follow the tracks.
Yeah.
Any discussing? Any
How's the weather,
talking?
Scott? Is it particularly stormy out?
Actually, it's quite pleasant. But as you do ask, you do notice that as you're walking towards this mountain range, there does seem to be a concentration of lightning hitting a particular peak.
I want to poke at the dead things as we walk.
Yeah, you can poke at the dead things as you walk.
Do I want to reanimate any of them?
No, just poking.
Oh, that's a question. Do we have like freedom of spell slots and stuff now?
You have all your abilities are now active to you.
Okay.
So
Can I cast a spell then, please?
You may.
Can I cast Find Steed?
You can.
I would like to summon a warhorse, please.
A warhorse, yeah. So, does it take a little while to cast the spell? I think, doesn't it?
I'll pop it in there.
Yeah.
10 minutes. It'll take 10 minutes.
So while you're all gearing up and that,
I'll have done it,
sit
yeah.
there.
At the gear up stage, I'll have done it then, yeah.
Yeah, you sit there and whatever you do to cast your spell. But yeah, a warhorse materializes and appears next to you.
Cool. I climb aboard.
Um,
I'm just going to open a character sheet for it.
I want to have a look at the many bodies and stuff around us. What kind of bodies are there? You said there was a couple of horses ripped in half, which is wonderfully phrased, by the way.
They are human.
Hmm?
Human.
There are humans.
They are men.
What state are they in?
I mean, some of them look like they, again, missing limbs, bones, some bones broken, but yeah, they all look like they've been obliterated. Some of them look like they've taken less damage than others, but yeah, they've been dead for, it looks like less than a day.
Cool. I'd like to cast Speak with the Dead. Speak with Dead, please. On one
You
that looks mainly intact.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you cast it and it kind of, you'd see it kind of, again, it's familiar, kind of twist and turn, and one eye opens and looks at you.
What killed you?
Giant.
What type of giant?
Large giant.
Where did it come
He's-
from?
Ambushed us.
From where?
Something that way. And in one hand will sort of, and it'll point to a direction towards the mountains and be like, it came from that way.
Did they have anything or anyone with them?
More giants.
Cool. I think that's
Helpful.
Yeah.
And his eye shuts. The body falls back to rest.
Hey guys, it's giants. I'm gonna pat the corpse on the head as he falls back down.
I used to say kiss it on the forehead.
Yes, yes, I do that.
The path we're about to walk through on,
Yes.
what's the sort of like landscape? Is it up a hill? Is it woodland? Is it
It's,
Going up into the mountains.
it's like a slowly rising path. Hills that rolling hills that move higher into mountainous land.
Can I just, as we're walking, just stop and see if I can find, I don't know, maybe some insects or creatures or anything like that in the ground?
Definitely be able to find that. You don't have to roll. This is, I mean, even with the giants that have run through here disturbing the land, I mean, there will be exposed soil and the vibrations and movements would have disturbed most of the life in this area. So yeah, you would be able to find insects of some variety.
Excellent. Like a few spiders.
Yeah, you'd be able to find some small spiders.
Yeah, okay. I'll just let them crawl up onto me.
Cool.
Lovely.
So yeah, you all see Igdaf there, and he's like rummaging in the soil, and as he's rummaging, you might even see a nail kind of twist and fall off, but you just see these little
Picking up
things just-
spiders and adding them to his hair.
No.
Scalp.
I'm gonna say they just crawl
Crawl up the arm.
kind of. You'll see one crawl up his nose.
Can I say if we've noticed that Venari's like actively twitching, like hand tensing around the sunblade, like actively like.
Ash would like to hold her hand out and see if you've got one to spare.
Oh, hang on. How many did I find? I'll roll them.
Roll,
No.
roll me a
One.
roll me a- I was going to ask for a D10.
Oh, D10. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one to spare.
Cool.
I am the wrong character for this group.
I mean, I literally, while this Suicide Squad was on, so I flicked it over just to refresh my memory. And when I'm watching that group of people there, you've got Deadshot, who's quite cool, calm, and collected. And then you've got
Everyone
Harley
else is
Quinn,
a
who's
fucking nut
fucking
job.
psycho.
Have you watched the other Suicide Squad?
What, the
What?
one with the
the new
big
good one?
star thing?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
That's not bad. It's all right.
I've seen it. But yeah, so yeah, you a spider will move from your hand and crawl onto Ash's hand.
Just crawls up her face into her hair.
You wish to join us?
Yeah, I can imagine Graham's character would just be like, "You guys,
I want to kill
stay
him so
away.
bad. I want to kill
Stay
him so
away." But yeah, as you continue though, walking, following tracks, and you can see trees that have been toppled, and you come across a path through the mountains, and you do in fact see a giant up ahead.
Oh, I didn't determine what sort of barding my horse would have to determine its AC. There are 7 options, and I feel like it'd be unfair for me to just automatically go, oh, it was definitely plate mail, so it's definitely got an AC of 18 plus 1.
Should we roll a d8, and if it's an 8, re-roll, and it'll just
Yeah,
be in the order?
that works. And whatever it comes out as is what it's got. It's plate mail.
Yeah.
Yay, dice cards! Thank you.
Let's us move to the maps.
Maps,
I haven't put you on yet because I didn't know if you all had characters ready. So what we've got Ash. Is that the right one?
Oh yeah, one thing you notice now, while it's a bit more light and visible, Ignuff's eyes are just blackened over, and when he talks, his mouth doesn't move; it's just wide open.
Ooh. Amazing.
I put me on there because for some reason that's my token for Azrael rather than Venari, which was the wizard I used for Craig's one.
Oh, actually, I think I put the wrong token on anyway. I could put.
I think you got rid of Ash.
Yep.
Rather than me.
I did
There
that
we
on
go.
purpose. There we
There.
go.
Can't move me.
I can't either.
No, I can't either. I could move me when I put me there.
Do you want to put yourselves on there then, guys? Well, that'd
Yeah.
be easier.
I put me on there. I can now move me.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that.
Although it doesn't look like it's connected to the character sheet, though.
That's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine for this.
But for the purposes of this, I'm sure that won't be an issue.
So yeah, as this path is leading up the mountain, so as you can imagine, fissures and gaps in the mountains and the hills as you go. It's form these gullies and the natural path trap, and you can see a huge humanoid creature at the other end of this pathway. It's just the three of you here now.
Mm.
And he does seem to
And
be...
my horse.
And your horse, yes.
I don't
seem to be
require it.
eating-
I don't require a token for my horse.
What's the horse's name?
Oh, why?
That's a that. Hawaii. That's a odd name.
He's just called Y, but it's spelled W-A-I. Y.
Why? Yeah.
But it's pronounced Vi. There you go. It's pronounced Vi, but it's W-A-I.
From going from no idea what to call a horse, that was quite a roller coaster there, Graham.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll see this big giant there, but he does seem to be eating. But he just seems to be eating parts of horse and human that seems to be in a pile by his feet.
Okay.
Has he spotted us?
It doesn't seem to have noticed you at the minute. It seems to be engrossed in what it's doing.
Can I turn to my fellow criminal compatriots and go, should we kill it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's kill it.
Cool. I just need to search through all my million spells now. What is?
It doesn't notice you at the minute, so we're not rolling initiative until the first thing happens to it. So
I'd like to approach it stealthily, please. Blending in with nature, as it were.
Whilst he's approaching it stealthily, can I charge at it full pelt?
Do it.
you can.
Okay, because I'm currently astride my horse, it has its own movement, and then I have mine. So I am going to use the horse's dash to get me essentially right up to it. Then I would like to leap from my horse to within 5 feet of it, sunblade brandished, and swing at it.
So let me just show you one thing. You see, leaning back against this boulder, you see not quite so large a creature, but a smaller, but still quite large creature, sort of resting on this rock. And you ride past as you are focused on this giant, but the noise will definitely rouse this creature.
Yeah,
I did-
so
I did-
I wasn't stealthing in any way. I charged in. Like, "Rah!" I'm well on my way in there.
Where did they end up?
About 5, just behind me. So 5 feet behind me. Vi ended up 10 feet away. I jumped off into the next 5-foot gap, so I'm now
Okay.
within 5 feet of it. Let me just quickly peruse some of my stuff so that I know what it does.
Gray will get to do, like, at least your attack as you do this, but ready for after that, let us all roll some initiative.
Whoop whoop. Did you make any kind of shout that there is something behind that rock as you rode past it, or did you not even
No.
notice it?
Did you see it?
No, wouldn't have even noticed it, I wouldn't think.
Oh, why is that wall twice? Oh, bullshit rolls anyway.
So am I getting like a free action attack to start with?
Yes. So not a full
gee.
action, but I'll let you do like one attack.
One
and then we'll
attack
get into the initiative.
with extra attack?
No,
Just
like
an initial swing.
yeah, just and then we'll move into the initiative. Is that
Yeah,
right?
no, that's absolutely fine.
Ooh.
Wah, wah, wah.
I know, but that's the only one I'll get.
I'm just familiarizing myself with how this character actually works.
Yes.
Okay, fine, right. So, because I go in sword and shield, it'll be a one-handed swing with the Sunblade for my free attack,
Cool.
which is a 24 to hit.
That will, I'm sure, hit.
So, why has it got sneak sharpshooter on there?
I don't know, but that's amazing.
Didn't you
I
say
don't even have those attack. I don't even have those attack modifiers on my sheet for me to turn them off.
Did you?
Sneak sharpshooter smite.
So just ignore the sneak and sharpshooter thing. That'll be residual from when it was Steve's character sheet.
I was going to say, have you got something left over on there?
But the modifiers aren't actually on my sheet for me to untick them. So that's just a Roll20 coding issue. It won't let
That's
me take
fun.
those off. So they're going to show up constantly, and we're just going to have to ignore them.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 9 radiant damage. Ignore the radiant versus undead, of course.
Unless it's undead.
Unless it's undead, obviously, yeah. But because of my Oathbreaker ability, Aura of Hate, that is an additional 4, so that'll be 13. And I'm going to burn a spell slot for some Divine Smite on there as well, because of course I am. Let's just get rid of just a level 1 for now, so just an extra 2d8. So let's pop 2d8 on. So that's 25 radiant damage to the Hill Giant.
Go say you charge in. Probably biggest smile you've had on your face for some time is, yeah, like you're swinging your sword. You are breathing air from the outside, not stale air from being however many stories underground, and yeah,
Ecstatic.
You swing through as if no rustiness there whatsoever, as if everything just clicks back into place, and yeah, you deliver bright light of radiant damage as you strike him with your sword.
Cool.
Your
So that was
Sunblade,
my
which is like
that was
a
my free
lightsaber.
action, wasn't it? That was the free thing I get to do.
Yes.
Cool. Because now we're in initiative order, and of course you're going to get to go first. For the
Well,
first,
what did everyone-
second. Sorry, second.
Yeah. What did everyone get? I have wrote it down. So Ignaf got a
21.
12.
21 for Ash.
21 for Ash. 10.
20 for your half ogre.
Yeah.
12 for Ignaf. 10 for me, and then 6 for your Hill Giant.
Cool. So after that happens, we'll start then back at the top of the order with Ash.
Cool.
Do you want me to roll for the Warhorse? Because it does have
If
its
you
own.
if you wanted to act in its own initiative, or it can just go on your turn. It's whatever you'd prefer.
We'll keep it simple. It can just go on my turn. That keeps it easier.
She just walks up.
You see this creature that is currently sat on the ground because it hasn't had a turn, so it's sat with its back on this rock, as if it was resting.
And I see it.
You see it from there, definitely.
Oh, amazing. I can feel the spider running around in my hair and a little bit of joy of watching all the creepy crawlies over Ignaf. And I am going to just cast Infestation on this thing.
Lovely.
So it is now crawling in mites, fleas, and parasites.
Nice.
Hmm?
Nice. What do I roll in?
Constitution.
saving throw?
Only a DC 13. Whoa.
A 4. What a 4.
So it takes two
That doesn't
d6
sound
because I'm
right.
Hmm?
Because Ash's DC 16 was on
Yeah.
for Speak for the Dead.
yeah. So why is that? My spell
16 sounded a bit better.
my 16 is on my spell sheet.
Yeah.
We'll go with 16.
Roll
A
20
4
being
still
it.
doesn't. Yeah. We'll say a 4 still doesn't beat 16.
No,
Yeah. Definitely not.
just a little bit. But as we're level 10, not quite level 11, it takes 2d6. Oh, great. Only takes 4 damage. And roll a d4 for the direction it kind of starts fleeing in. Fleeing.
Would you like to roll the
One.
d4? So we'll say it's north, as we normally do, north, east. So,
It's in
is-
the description anyway. 1 is north.
so as I say, it's currently prone, so it will take half its movement to stand up, and then it'll leave 5, 10, 15.
I think it
feet.
says it
It'll
moves
start-
5 feet in the
Oh,
direction.
5 feet, yeah.
Oh, sorry. And it'll just, so it'll stand up and just start
It's covered in a
moving north,
cloud of.
trying to itching and trying to wipe these things off.
Yes.
Would a half ogre care if it had fleas?
He would be surprised that he wasn't covered in fleas
Already.
seconds ago, and now currently that he's immediately covered by them.
I imagine these ones aren't just like your normal everyday fleas, but they're probably trying to get in his like ears and nose, and it's like a cloud that's everywhere, rather than just like in his normal body hair and shit. So that's what I'm going to do.
It's the half ogre's turn next. And he is going to be rubbing all these bugs off him, but he will, seeing you there as he's rubbing it, he will run close to you. He will make an attack, but does it give disadvantage on attacks or not?
No, it doesn't say so.
Part of me feels like it should, but as it's got one hand trying to swipe these things, he's just going to swing his battle axe at you one-handed.
Mm-hmm.
It says they appear momentarily, so they'll disappear shortly thereafter.
Yeah, even after they're gone, it'll still be trying to
Convinced that they're there. Phantom
He's
itchy.
stupid.
Like if somebody
But
says the word
he does-
knit too many times, and it makes
I mean,
your head
I'm
scratch.
trying so hard not to scratch as it is.
But he rolls a 23.
That definitely hits.
So
Oof.
he just like swings with his battle axe, and you feel steel penetrate your armor and slash against your flesh. But
I
at the
don't have
same
any
time,
armor now. You're talking.
probably these are feelings. You've not been had this adrenaline of battle or combat
She's not been
or
penetrated in a
interaction.
while.
So no, so she probably doesn't feel that much pain from it, but
No.
you take the slashing damage from that. But then we'll move to Ignuf, who is currently hiding, sneakily moving forward, I believe.
Well, Lithia, it's your turn.
Okay, so 30 feet of movement gets me next to Ash. And as I can't quite reach the half ogre for a hit,
For now, we will adopt Catherine's take
Take
5
5.
rule for today's session.
excellent.
To speed
And
us
then
quickly through this first combat, we will.
I do love that rule. It just makes so much more sense. Otherwise, it's just bogs down combat.
I'm just this
Just
far
close.
away.
So going to try and hit it with my moonsicle.
29 will hit.
And Let's have a look. That's an action, so I've not done that, but I do get to add an extra D8 of necrotic damage if you fail a Constitution save.
Well, this guy's pretty good at them. We've seen that. Yeah, he's the best.
So D10 of necrotic, just for beating my halo of spores.
Allies don't get affected by that, do they?
No, it's a creature I choose. They're harmless unless I unleash them on them. And bonus action. Shield Master.
What does that do?
Something about trying to knock them prone or something like that.
That's overrated.
I rolled an 11. Athletics or acrobatics, I think we've normally done. Are you knocking it 5 feet away or knocking it prone?
Prone, please.
So yeah, it's swung its battle axe one-handed as it's been like itching and rubbing, trying to get these critters off it. You come in, slash it once as it's kind of not paying attention, and then while it's sort of like distracted, you've just smashed it with your shield, and he's fallen straight onto the flat of his back, laid on the ground in front of you. I'm guessing that's everything.
You will join us.
Did you see?
You
you
can
see what I
join us
did?
if you want. I've already got some friends. I'm not joining you. And then it's Veneri's turn.
I want to know if Ignaf saw that I cast all the infestation on it.
He did.
Are we best friends now?
Wait till next turn.
Oh!
Okay. Venari is going to, and I guarantee nobody would ever expect this of me.
Heal the giant.
No. I'm going to use my action
Oh.
to use one of the properties of Robe of Stars, and I'm going to enter the astral plane.
And cast a spell! Not hit it 14 times.
So I'm no longer targetable, but I can also not target.
Oh.
So I'm on the astral plane, but still present, I imagine, here. I'm just ethereal, if you will, for the purposes of this. Let me just ask you a ruling, Scott, before I do decide that that's what I'm going to do. If I've entered the astral plane and I'm no longer targetable, if I move to within 10 feet of these guys, are they still within my aura, even though my physical body is on the astral plane, but still within 10 feet of them? Because if not, I won't do it.
I haven't thought about it, obviously, until right now. So, as always, if I'm not sure on a ruling, we'll go with it, but we may change it for the next session when we look into it more.
Look into the rules a little bit more. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to move to within 10 feet of these guys and stand next to them so that they are affected by the 3 auras that I have ongoing. I don't think I've got any really useful bonus actions as such. So that would be Venari's turn. And then my warhorse, I'd say, would you say it's approximately 20 feet away from the half ogre?
Yeah, from the half over. Yeah, 15, 20.
Cool. It's going to move straight towards them with its trampling charge. It needs to pass a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. But because it's already knocked prone, it gets a bonus action to make a second hoof attack. So that'd be 2 hoof attacks against the half ogre from the warhorse. So it's a +6 to hit. So d20 +6 twice. That's either a 2, which I guess would be rounded up to a 9 for flanking reasons, but that won't hit, I'm sure. And then
Well, it's
27.
close. You have advantage on it because it's prone.
Oh, good point. I'll roll
So,
them again.
Each one else. So yeah.
So it's a 27 and then a 20 to hit.
Both will definitely hit.
And then that is 2d6 +4 bludgeoning for each. So that is 15 plus 10. So 25 damage to the half ogre from the warhorse.
So the warhorse comes charging in. And I mean, to me, it's just going to charge in and just literally just ride straight over all 4 hooves.
I mean,
just
that's
stomping
without me
down.
adding the 1d8 because it'd be within my aura of hate as well. Would get to add 1d8 radiant to each of those.
But yeah, it stomped at one point. Stomped on an arm, and you heard a bone snap. Another one like hit it in the hip, and one in the sternum. But one you see just hits it on the jaw, and as it does, just stomps the bottom half of his jaw straight off his face.
Brushes this half ogre to death.
This half ogre is just patty on the ground.
And I still can't get hit.
Chunks.
I am going to say, well, it's my turn now with the hill giant, and he's going to be like scratch his head, a bit confused where the person who just hit him has gone, and he speaks only giant, so just be grunting and making noises himself. Instead, so what he's going to do is just pick up a rock from around him and launch it towards you two and the warhorse. So I'll do a d6. 1, 2 will be Ash. 3, 4 will be Ignorth, and 5, 6 will be to the warhorse will receive the hit. So it'll be Ash who it gets hit. So throws a rock, and it is a 16.
That's me, isn't it?
It is, yes. The
Oh, 16 does hit, yes. Also,
As he picks this.
Jesus Christ!
no, I was about to say I do have shield as a reaction.
I would use it.
Yes, I'm going to. So that takes me adds a 5. That takes my AC up to 20.
Cool. I mean, I rolled a 10, a 10, a 6 on my 3d10 there, so that was like
Jesus!
wow.
And aren't hill giants the weakest of the giants?
Yeah. So as this rock is flying, Ash, you see it heading directly for you, and just before it's about to hit, you react and you cast the shield spell, and literally just inches before the rock would have hit you, it hits the solid surface. It kind of just crumbles and explodes into small pieces.
So she puts her hand up at this thing that flies towards her, doesn't even flinch.
Just blasé, just.
I was going to say that it kind of bounced off the shield and landed on the pate to kind of make it even finer pate.
Well, you could do that if you wish. And then, being confused already with the smarts a hill giant has, that this person in armor who's disappeared, who was stood right next to him, like it just disappeared, don't know where he's gone, and then seeing his rock hit nothing but still hit his target is like he thought it does. He will then just use his movement to get closer. Let's just get rid of Pate. And he will just run up, and that will be his turn. Then we move to the top of the round with Ash.
Okay, so he is over there. Oh, he's there now.
Yeah, he's after he saw the rock not hit, he's moved closer.
Okay.
Can you roll a? Oh, can I roll a d10?
Yeah, roll a d10.
Necrotic damage.
Nice.
Oh.
Any attacks you guys make now add 1d8 radiant damage to it.
Brace yourselves. This is going to be gross. So
Okay.
Ash sees this thing coming towards her, and she writhes a little bit, and then vomits up a huge pile of acid at this thing.
A 30-foot long stream of acid. Oh god, that is some projectile, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's Exorcist levels of vomit times 10.
Yeah.
So-
And then I mean, he's got a dex throw that, but he's like right in front of me. I mean, maybe does the dex mean it doesn't go in his mouth?
Very dexterous at hill giants.
Oh, they are born gymnasts.
Yeah, definitely. You see a hill giant, they're defo doing cartwheels and backflips.
Oh yes.
That -1,
So-
that 8 score in dexterity. Looking beautiful.
I am going to cast it at second level as well.
Cool.
So
44.
44.
I mean, it's a 30-foot line, so I'm happy to say you kind of aim
Hits it twice.
and just go straight up, and it's like covers him from balls to
brain. Yeah.
Or because if he's male, from brain to brain.
Yes.
So that's
13 points of acid damage. Nice. Plus
And-
1d8 radiant.
And the radiant damage.
Wait, hang on. Let me just make sure that's not on weapon attacks first.
Ah,
Let me just double check. Because it might just be on attacks. Melee weapon damage. Yep, sorry, it doesn't count for
oh well,
spells.
he doesn't take that extra 1 damage.
Doesn't take the additional 1 point.
No, but if he survives, then he does take acid damage at the start of each of its turns.
cool. Anything else for
No,
Ash?
just dabs at her lips.
Ah,
Yeah, just
Ignore.
gestures.
Ignoth would like to cast. So he's going. Obviously, he's powering through his moon sickle, so it charges up, and he's going to cast giant insect.
Oh,
Now,
What-
nice.
3 spiders. You ascertained how many spiders.
well, no, I'm not starting off with that. If I chose the infestation, would you give me? I mean, it was all moths. It was
Fleas
Flies
and
and fleas
gnats.
and-
Please.
Yeah.
so.
Mites,
says-
fleas, and other parasites.
So would it work on that? Fallback is I've got the spiders. So
I would say probably not. We'll have to probably go with the spiders because if
Let's
it's
go with
flies
the
and
giant
stuff,
spiders, then please.
Yeah, if you want additional input, infestation to say they appear momentarily. So as soon as they appear, shortly thereafter they disappear again.
Okay, I didn't realize it. I thought it was a swarm still there, but yeah, it is a cantrip,
so
isn't it?
giant spider.
Yes, 3 of them, please.
And where do they appear?
I mean, they're all on me, but let's say I throw them at the hill giant as a free action.
giant spiders.
I mean, that is pretty cool.
That is cool.
That is pretty cool.
And that's. I believe I can't use my shield master because I didn't make an attack. So I can't do that. I can't think what other bonus actions I have because it's too many things to do with a bloody druid. So I'll just go straight to giant spiders attacking a giant, please.
Cool. Are you wanting to? Well, you should be able to open up a character sheet, I think, and use it. If you shift and double click on the one on the right top, I've just set that up to be used by you, but it's
Shift and double click.
no, yeah, shift double click on the token. It should open the
No.
character sheet up.
Not getting anything.
Oh. No, go on the compendium. You just open up giant spider. You'll be able to.
Okay.
Yeah, same as what I did for the warhorse. I've just got a warhorse thing up so I can double check its stats and stuff.
Giant spider. Let's have a look.
You should be able to control all three of them now.
I can definitely move it.
I've seen.
Question: is the warhorse under the hill giant? Because it would have been somewhere in that area.
I'll say it charged as it stopped over the thingy and is now stood the other side of this, so it'll be stood
Behind
in-
Ash?
well, I was going to say just in between, say, the two spiders. It's kind of
On the, just to the sort of southwest. Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, it'd just be sat about there, still within 10 feet of you. Give or
Just
take.
so I've got my locations. That's
Yeah.
I mean, I can open the compendium and see the stats, but obviously I'm going to just roll a d20 and
add stuff. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so let's just do them all at once because why not? D20 and 3 of them.
Ooh.
Nice.
So one of them does. I'll use my inspiration. Scott allowed me in my character creation
Oh yes.
to
What?
re-roll that d20.
Out of curiosity, what
Euphemism.
for? Was it
Uh,
Ignatz because it's fun guy backwards and he's a spore druid?
I think it was for the general symbiotic entity
But it
character.
is very
full
cool.
stop.
A little bit of favoritism, but it is cool.
Oh, I mean, it's better than that one. It is
Did
better
any of
than
you
that
discuss your character builds with me in any way, shape, or form?
No. Well, only when I briefly mentioned I might make a split personality paladin.
I'll just remember this for next time I make a character. I'm going to inundate you with messages then.
For the reason I didn't do 2 different subclasses of paladin at level 5 is because the way a paladin works, I don't think the god would care if you had split personality disorder. As soon as you broke that oath, you would become an Oathbreaker paladin. So I just went full Oathbreaker.
Well, me and Craig discussed playing a multi-personality person. And
Yeah.
I think the way I would have maybe allowed it is you made 2 level 10 characters, and then we'll have certain triggers which would determine which one. But
Which
you wouldn't be able
character
to
sheet
change
I
at
would
will.
use? Oh, that would have been
Yeah.
well.
Now, the thing is,
But
I
you
keep the
wouldn't
same-
be able to choose at will, though. It'd be
Same
like
HP, same equipment.
AC, same equipment for both characters. So,
Just different abilities.
but yeah, so you take the background and class. You keep the same race, but remember this in case you want to make any different creatures. And also, I'm half tempted if you want to be some sort of absolute maniac, crazy schizophrenic who's got like 8 different personalities.
8 characters,
Now-
and then what? We just roll it. We roll a d8 each turn to determine
I
which
reckon-
personality
Well,
comes out.
I reckon what
it
I've...
would be more than every turn. It'd be like either beginning of each day or like there'd be set parameters. Like every time you take damage, you then randomly roll which one takes over.
Oh, that would be cool.
And I
We'll remember
reckon,
that for
no,
the future.
I reckon as well, knowing what I know from Vanguard with Hayes and her shifting characters, the way that the rollable character tokens work, I reckon you could have a rollable token and attach a character sheet to each of the different tokens, so that when you change the token, it would change what character sheet it applied to. I reckon you could do something with that. I know you can with Wild Shape. There's scripts for that. I overthink things.
Give it some thought, guys. Give it some thought.
Yeah, nice. That's fuel for the fire for
The,
another
the,
time.
the
yeah.
other one, Scott, is they've got to have the same spell slots as well. They can't be getting
Mm.
fresh spell slots every time.
Yeah, you would just whatever the highest spell slots you have with whichever character it is, you would maybe have them.
That
with-
seems like
with
too much
obviously-
balling. Anyway,
It does sound
Uh,
like a lot of paperwork now, doesn't it?
admin.
Bites are
Plus 5.
5 to hit,
So 2 of them hit.
and it's 1d8 plus 3 piercing damage.
$18.
And then they get an extra 1d8 of radiant damage.
Does a bite count as a melee weapon attack?
Yep. It's a
Then
melee
yes,
attack.
that's 2d8. Yeah. That's 22.
And then 2d8 of poison damage each.
Does it have to do any sort of save for that?
Oh yes,
Con
it's a
save.
Constitution save, DC 11,
A 23. This guy
and
has all the con. The other guy had no con.
the other bite attack. It's DC for each one.
An 11.
Oh, nice. So it's I think it's
Just.
half of a successful.
So I'll have to take it half, round it off to 5, shall we?
So it's 31 total.
I mean, Giant is looking bloody.
It's not bad going that, but I mean it is still a level 4 spell slot that, so it should do a bit of damage.
How long's it last?
10 minutes.
And it's concentration as well.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
I think that's
cool.
everything I can do.
Veneri, it is your turn.
Venari will use his action to return back to the material plane now. Because upon studying, I do believe if I leave for the astral plane, I just disappear. So I don't think rules-wise what I did before would have counted, because we said it did. But combat after this, it wouldn't work that way. But that's my action, so I can't do anything else for myself. So the warhorse will just make a hoof attack against the hill giant. That's D20 plus 6. Meh, 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 meh.
Nice.
So that'll be, I think it's, was it 2d6? I think it was 2d6. So that's 4d6 plus 4.
And a D8.
So that is 15 plus a d8. 20 damage.
Yes, a horse turns around and Buckaroo style just plants to. Because it's a giant, it's more in the midriff, so you just see 2.
Hoof printed his belly fat.
Yeah, in his belly, that's just imprinted on there. And it's
Like
weird
playing
because-
with Play-Doh. Just
And you're not sure if it's the sun reflecting off the metal plate or off the shoes, but there's a little bright spark of light as the kick hits.
Actually, ignore that. But I don't think the horse would be within 10 feet of me. So ignore that 5. It's just the 15. I don't think the horse would be within 10 feet of me, would it? It wouldn't be close enough.
Well, I
No,
said
if it's on the other
roughly,
side of the giant.
Yeah, it's about there.
Is that within 10 feet?
No, probably not.
No.
I thought, yeah, 15. No. So ignore that 5. See, I'm honest. Yeah, so just the 15 bludgeoning.
But if that's the case, it is Hill Giant's turn next.
Does
Hill
it take more
Giants
acid?
aren't smart. Pardon?
Does it take more acid damage at the start of its turn?
Does it have to do another save?
I think it's.
No, just if it's
No.
coated in acid at the start of its turn.
If
It
he's
says
not
it
had a
takes
wash.
2d4.
He hasn't had a wash.
No. But I
It
cast.
says it takes 2d4, but because you upcasted it, would it take 4d4?
That's what I was going to argue for.
Let's do it. Oh, we'll check the rules. Let's not waste time
44.
worrying about a few d4s of damage.
We've got bigger things to get. 7. Whoops.
It does have a Constitution save
Oh,
every
true.
time against my necrotic damage.
Constitution save.
Yeah. Fail.
A 9. Is that on its
1d10.
turn?
I think you only needed. You only needed a 20, so.
Ah, it's nearly. What does it take?
1d10 necrotic.
Was it 1D?
That's what you were rolling before.
1d8.
You were rolling d10s. Oh, 1d8.
Yeah, it's the 2 I put already.
Ah,
Take that, you giant.
So what did you roll?
A 2.
You're not re-rolling it each turn?
I just rolled it then.
Oh,
you
right.
rolled it above Atch's
I
turn.
preempted it before I.
Oh, sorry.
The-
Yeah, yeah.
the-
No,
the
is it?
save.
So it takes 2 more damage. I mean, he's taking a beating. But as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted with more damage. Hill Giant's turn, notoriously not the smartest. And this is the way I'm going to play it. Probably isn't the most effective, but he sees giant spiders. So it will take 2 Great Club attacks at 2 of the spiders nearest because they're big. They must be strongest.
I'm going to go for a quick pee. 2 secs.
So the first attack is a 20. Second attack is a 17 on the giant
Yeah,
spiders, which I'm sure they'll both hit.
Yeah.
So we have an 18 bludgeoning and a 13 bludgeoning to, I'll say it's the 2 that hit him, so you can choose whichever 2 hit, which one missed.
So he's going to do 2 separate ones.
Yeah, he's going to attack at 2 separate ones because, again, he's got a 5 intelligence. He's stupid.
Okay, so the one on the right,
Balboa.
the one on the right is down
Oh,
to
dude.
8. The one on the far right is down to 8, and the one at the bottom is down to 13.
Was that a Nazi spider? The one on the far right.
Give some inspiration. Come on, I like it.
Well, I mean, does that mean the other one's ultra liberal if it's on the far left?
I'm not going to take it away. I mean, I could take it away as
Yeah.
quick as I give it, but
Yeah.
you've got inspiration. And also,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Oh, exciting. So
He looks very, very, very weak. He's burnt, kicked, bit, battered, bruised. He's looking really, really weak.
let's. Oh, so he's had lots of other things go on wrong with him. Let's save some spell slots if he's looking quite bad. Let's toll the dead.
Wisdom save.
So the sound of a bell tolls in the air.
Those famously wise hill giants.
Yeah.
He's missing hit points as well.
2d12.
Hit points.
2d12. 21.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It
He
is,
has
isn't
7 left.
Oh.
That is beautiful.
How does the toll of the dead kill the big giant?
The sound of this bell just rings, and it's like he vibrates, and his skin starts to like shift on his skeleton because this is like necrotic damage. It's like it's shaking his cell walls apart as his skin starts to slough off his body and just start to decay.
Is it like the scene at the end of Total Recall where the guy on the
Yes.
on Mars, like his face just starts melting?
Yeah. Adding a little bit of Indiana Jones opening the
Opening the Ark of the Covenant.
with a little, but not melty, just kind of like shifting, like he's been put on a vibrating platform and his body and jelly have just vibrated off his skeleton. Is that the kind of detail you were looking for?
Yeah.
And then a little curtsy.
And then a curtsy. Cool. So yeah, this is one dead hill giant.
Amazing.
In Infernal, Venari would just like to go Lutti, which is Infernal for nice.
And she will reply, "Fuck yeah." I don't know the right infernal words, so.
I have an Infernal translator. It would be off Kim.
Off Kim.
Isn't it
sounds
cool to
very
be speaking a
Russian.
different language? I mean, I like to do it with my Dwarvish, and because I like it and somebody else is doing it, I'm going to give.
Yeah,
them some
no, I do. I
inspiration.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Graham, if you would like to send me the link you are using, I will also use the translator.
And if you want to send it to me as well, I'll use it so I know what you guys are saying, and then Craig will not know what's being said. in Inferno.
2 seconds, and I will send it to both of you.
Can I have it for Vanguard? I'll not use it now, but I'll use it for Vanguard.
Alithia doesn't know infernal. Or does she?
Olivia does know Infernal.
Does she?
Yes.
Yeah. What doesn't Alithia know? Ah, social skills. There you go.
Correct.
How to get involved in a fight.
She does.
Hmm.
But yeah, out of combat. Oh, it's the same one I use for Dwarvish.
Where have you put it?
I've sent it. I'm sending it individually,
I see. Beautiful.
so as not to confuse Angela or Alistair.
We'll just
Or
make him
involve
jealous. Make him
Yeah,
jealous.
or to involve them in this really cool session.
So combat, guys, is over.
Can I drop on my giant spiders?
Can you drop the concentration?
Mm-hmm.
So they return back to normal size as they're still alive, and will clamber back onto, around.
Into.
I mean, can I go searching for some fresher, healthier spiders?
You could spend some time trying to look for other insects if you wish. You won't
Yes.
necessarily find spiders.
I'm
Yes,
not
I
casting
agree.
cure wounds on spiders.
I'll go searching
Yeah,
for some other insects. What's about?
They all disappear as you drop concentration. And then if you want to do a investigation or something, a survival, whatever you prefer for searching for them. So this is how I'm going to do it. Because you're looking for specific ones for your giant insect, one imagines.
What?
So I want you to roll me a d4. What'd you get?
3.
The
It's a
3.
magic number.
You find. Roll me a d6.
4.
You find 4 wasps this time,
Lovely.
floating around, and
Oh, I hate wasps.
Yeah, they're going
They-
to start crawling around on me too.
yeah, and flying around and in one nostril, out an ear.
Yeah.
Ash is loving it. Cat is not.
But yeah, you can see the path leads upwards and onwards, and as you seem to be getting closer to this mountain, you do strangely see more lightning striking this particular tip of a mountain than anywhere else. It's bizarre how much lightning seems to be hitting one place.
That mountain must have really pissed off someone. Has Venari reappeared in the material?
Yeah,
plane?
no, yeah, Venari reappeared on the material plane on my last turn, yeah.
What race is
said-
Venari?
Nice.
I have forgotten. Kalashtar, I think, is what I went with. Yeah, Kalashtar.
Kalashtar, what's that one?
It's sort of a human, I think, that had some sort of union with a god, and the offspring of that union.
Awesome.
Something along those lines. I only
He's a
briefly read
demigod.
into it. I only briefly read into it. I'm not going to lie.
That's cool. Oh, it's an Ebron one.
Yeah, it's one that Scott has that I don't have.
I didn't think I had it. It was weird. I
I've
even
got
looked
it.
at building the character and I couldn't see
Oh,
it anywhere.
maybe it's one Cat's got that she's sharing then, and that'll be
Because
why.
of that's where the Warforge comes from.
Ah, of course, yeah.
Because I share my compendium, but you can also use your own compendium when you join games, I imagine.
People created from the union of humanity and renegade spirits from the plane of dreams called Quarry
Ooh.
or Quarry. That's what the Kalashtar are. So it's like half human, half spirit, basically.
Nice. Cool. Anyway, onwards with the adventure.
Anyways,
Sorry, did you say Corey, like Corey Feldman?
Quarry, Quori, like Cora, the question thing, but with an I,
Explorer.
not an A. Yeah, like Cora the
I was
Explorer.
gonna go for that one.
I had to stop drinking just to make sure I got that in there. That's what
But
she
anything
said.
else anyone wants to do while Ignuf is rummaging for...
What size is the half ogre? Is it medium or large?
I think it's classed as large.
It's pate,
But it has been smashed up
and it's under a rock.
and it's under a rock.
So I can't animate it. That's fine.
It's classed as a large giant, yeah.
Large, yeah, no.
Way ahead of that.
Oh, we're going to
Ah.
be fighting for resources.
Hate the undead, but I will bring them back to fight for me.
Sweet.
Or at least one of me will. Anyways, no, I don't think there's anything I would want to do. Just moving swiftly on.
Moving swiftly on, sir. Following footprints and clear movement of giants in this area, you're heading higher and higher up the mountain, and clouds overhead just seem to be darker as almost constant lightning bolts seem to be hitting around this mountain peak. And then you see what looks like a fortress. An old fortress. Eons old. Doesn't seem to be standing as it was with walls surrounding it, but you can see some form of building up ahead of you.
Does
Are
it
you
look
wishing to
guarded?
Go on,
Oh,
you
hell yeah.
brave, nasty heroes.
Oh,
Oh,
hell
one
yeah.
thing I will have done is remounted Vi. So I'm back on my horse.
Cool, so I'll not put you on this map, but this is what you see as you walk in. You see collapsed pillars and broken floor, but every lightning bolt that seems to hit this mountain peak, it seems to hit rocks and little monoliths and just scatter as if the place is surrounded by lightning every time the lightning bolt hits.
I'm picturing the Thunder Plains from Final Fantasy X.
Yes, and I am going to ask while you pass through this area, everybody to do me a deck save.
Stay within 10 feet of me.
I don't know if you would say that because you are disgusted by these people.
No, I definitely wouldn't say that. Like meta, I'm saying stay within 10 feet of me.
If I'm ever walking next to anybody, it is far too close.
So I need a deck save.
Whew.
Just as lightning bolts hit, just like in Final Fantasy, you jump backwards at the nick of time and just miss. But yeah, none of the lightning bolts hit you. You seem to be aware of this lightning just zipping around, and you're carefully treading through this place and avoiding any lightning damage. But you can see the sort of place we are in. There's another map here because I found 3 maps that were perfect for what I wanted to use, so I thought I'll show you all 3 of them.
I haven't moved from the first one yet.
Oh no, you're right. I'm just changing my camera. That's on my map. I forgot. So,
My
sorry, this
saving
is the-
throws for this character are ridiculous. I
So
love
that's
it.
the first map.
That's
Where
pretty.
the lightning's hitting. And then second map, because you're moving through, you don't get hit by any of the lightning.
Nice.
Is this map? You see a doorway ahead leading. I had other things I could throw at each of these sections if we needed to, but I don't think we need to looking at the time.
No. But
So
well
another
prepared.
deck save from everybody just to be safe. It's only DC 10, just to let you all know.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Wow, 2 nat 20s there.
I'm not being dexterous at all. I'm just walking, and it is just not hitting.
Yep, anti-verve. You're like walking and instead of bumping into everything, you just seem to be missing everything perfectly.
No, it's hitting Ignoff. It's just not hurting him.
Oh, can I ask a question? Did anybody take a particularly large amount of damage at all in any of that combat?
I mean, I took
Fine.
about 10, so I've taken a chunk.
A spider got half killed.
Can I lay on hands for 10 points of healing for Ash?
Again, would you actually touch any of these weirdos? No, that's okay.
You can touch me if you want.
I mean,
If it was a
Look, one of my personas would not, for reasons of plot. Let's just say that we did for that one. It was the evil side of me that was like, oh, you took a hit. Yeah.
Which hand was that? Because I'm gonna guess that hand is the only evil hand. The other one's the good hand.
Yeah, but it will though because it's the evil side of me. It will lay on hands with a honker honker.
I was about to say, where did you touch, though? So, leading into that,
It's fine. This isn't a public swimming pool. Heavy petting is allowed.
Yes.
I mean, she hasn't spoken to anyone in a long time, let alone anything else, so...
Oh no, I mean I'm sure that is borderline like. Well, definitely most action you've had for years. So,
I mean-
win-win.
I mean, I'll be honest, most of her reactions to everything is, okay, whatever. Like walking through this lightning, she's not fazed by it. Oh, look at that face.
Oh, Graham's always been a cutie. Oh, it's Joseph.
Sorry, Kelly had to dip down into the basement to get some meat out for tomorrow's tea. I've been lumbered with him for a minute.
Oh, he's looking how to
Lumbered.
roll.
Yeah.
Can you say
That's my
D20?
Can you say dada? Say dada.
Big smile at
Say
that.
dada.
No,
That's
Say
funny.
dada.
You've not
Dad,
learned
dad.
anything, Graham. Don't teach them the your
Say
name. They're
dad,
making the
dad.
call for you.
Say
That's a good point. Yeah.
dada. Say dada.
He's not listening. He's obsessed with getting Joseph to say "dada," but then yet all Joseph will say is "dada," so then Dada has to do everything.
Yep.
Say dada. It gives him the cheesiest grin, but it drops by the time I turn him around. Say
Aw.
dad. Say dad. Say dad.
My boss has gone on maternity leave from today, so she is due to be induced next Wednesday, and I'm like,
Let's not
oh,
detract anymore.
not broody in the slightest. No, there's lovely, lovely. No,
Best is like, I'm going to join in.
Yeah, you can't join in. I'll talk to you in a bit. Go on, back in the living room.
oh,
Don't get your juice.
I know. I was going to bring it in first.
Well, now you're doing it and the baby. Shoot.
love 'em. Ooh,
Before,
On
I
the
was
maps,
going to
guys.
say,
Oh, go on.
before we walk through the door, can I just use my symbiotic entity ability, please?
Yep.
Thank you very
'cause
much.
We all know what that does.
It
100%.
gives me. Let's share it. Sharing is caring. So I'm wild shaping, but I'm not wild
Ooh.
shaping.
Mm.
40 temporary hit points.
And more damage.
And 2d8. And an extra 1d6 to any weapon attacks.
Cool. So yeah, you activate that just as you walk through your thingy. The spores explode around you, as we just saw. But there is just a constant. Say you can see the lightning hitting, and stood at the top of this staircase, you see what some of you may have predicted, but a storm giant.
Amazing.
On his
It
own.
wouldn't be a storm giant on his own.
All by himself. He's gonna die.
And he sees you guys come through the door. And he'll just look at you. Storm giants are generally chaotic good, but this one isn't. He's
A fucking nutter.
yeah, he's the black sheep of the family, and he just sees you all walking in, and he says, "Ha! Somebody's brought me my lunch. Excellent." And we'll roll some initiative.
Lovely stuff.
My 3 favourite words on a Thursday.
Roll some initiative.
Yes. Only got a 9 though. Fucking hell, Scott's going first. What the fuck?
There's something wrong with the world.
What do we do?
Oh no, we broke him. Oh no, he's rolling better than we are.
I have broken D&D.
I'm going to use my inspiration to reroll my initiative.
Do it.
I think I might as well.
Ah, fuck you.
I never want to go first as the DM. It's okay. I'm happy for that. Anyone else re-rolling?
Yeah, 14.
Go on, Craig.
I don't have my inspiration
Ah.
anymore. I burnt mine on my nat 1.
So you got a 7, was it?
Yep.
Cool. Well, let's get straight into this. We've got half an hour,
Cool.
and we'll start with Veneri.
Okay. Very much the same as my previous first turn. I'm going to use my steed's movement to dash, hop off my steed, and attack this thing. So, I am going to make a one-handed Sunblade attack. So that'd be a 19, which I
19
don't.
hits.
No, it does. I was just going to say I don't think would hit, but no, it does. Cool. I'm going to add various modifiers to this, so bear with me.
Sharpshooter, sneak attack.
No, we'll ignore those. I am going to can I prerequisite that? Preempt that and say that I, as my bonus action, cast Blinding Smite on myself.
Yeah.
I thought it worked like Searing Smite and Thunderous Smite, where it's on the hit, but it's a bonus action you cast before you hit, which I didn't realize until I just read it now.
As you're riding up, yeah, you can cast that as your
Cool.
riding by the Hellmark.
Okay, so that's one level 3 spell slot. I'm going to use my other level 3 spell slot for Divine Smite. So, yes. So that is the 13 radiant damage that you see there,
Yep.
plus another 8d8 radiant damage. So I'll do it.
Is it the 10 and the 13 or
It's just the 13.
13?
Yeah, so the 3d6 plus 10 is sneak and sharpshooter. So you just ignore sneak sharpshooter. That's why I've not ticked off Divine Smite, just because it's easier to just ignore whatever's at the top.
Cool.
So that is 13 plus 8d8. So let me just 8d8. So that is 51 damage for that attack.
Yep.
And then I shall use. Sorry. That's 3d8 plus 3. Well, I think I need one more d8 in. No, I added that. That's why it was 8d8, because I added my Aura of Hate. Ignore me. I did have my maths right. So that is that first attack. And then for my extra attack, let's roll it and see if I hit first. Oh, that won't hit. So extra attack misses.
Yes. First one with your smites and everything. Get this fight started in spectacular style. But maybe the bolts of lightning that are around kind of distracts you a little bit when you go with your second strike and you narrowly miss him.
Yeah. That will be it for my turn.
Ash,
Okay.
ketchup,
So,
you to play.
I don't have a token on here.
If you want to put your own on there, so then you
Oh,
can
that's
control
right.
it.
Yes, that's what we were doing. I'm not going to be there, but it's just where I can reach for now. So, I'm just going to stand here, and I am going to reach up in front of me and conjure a green glowing orb and fling it.
Bogey.
Yes, bogeys. It has a 150-foot range. I am going to centre it. Let me measure precisely for you.
Well, all I'll say is you don't see this person back here from where you're standing because he's elevated.
No, that's fine. But I want to shape this in such a way that it does not hit. It says a 20-foot. Oh, that does quite.
I thought using Scott's rules, we just pick the center point and he tells us whether it hits us or not.
Okay. Well, so
But you can aim it pretty well. I mean, is it an orb?
yes.
You can
Vitriolic
obviously
sphere.
aim it. You can aim it above the giant as well. Don't forget. I would always say you can aim above it so it captures it.
Yeah.
Underneath. So if it's a 30, what is it?
20-foot radius.
radius. If you were to say you cast it 25 feet or 30 feet above its head.
Yep.
Then it would catch this giant but not hit anybody else.
But it explodes in acid, so I can imagine that would drop.
Yeah. So are you casting it behind it then?
Yes.
You just ding where you want it cast it. So yeah, you could cast it there.
I'm happy for it to affect me. It's fine if it clips me. That's not an issue.
No, with the giant being as big as he is, I would say you'll be able to cast it behind to not hit.
I'm shielded by the giant.
Yeah, but Viseri, but it may hit somebody else.
Why
But we
is,
would be unaware of that.
why is my spell
Well,
save
you
DC
might be
now
able to have
14?
seen it as you come marching up, but no one else can see her at the back there. So
Like sort of visions of like lobbing a frag grenade behind it to sort of
Mm.
catch it in the back.
So what do I need to do? A dexterity saving throw.
DC 16 dex save. I think we determined
Yes.
cast DP was, didn't we?
Dex save. Do I have?
I mean,
don't
this
have
may
any
have failed us
bonuses
the
to dex
mission,
save.
but I didn't know if she was there or not.
A 14, so that will
Yeah.
fail.
Yes. So, 10d4 acid damage.
And let me roll another one anyway, just to see if anyone else says. Oh, she does save, but
Takes half
she's no,
damage.
she's no adventurer.
No.
She takes half damage as well.
Yeah.
Oh, and it says when you cast a spell using a spell. Oh, I'm not casting it that high. Oh, that's really disappointing. Look at those ones in there.
I know.
5 1s, 3 4s, 2 3s. So you got 5 that were good and 5 that were bad.
I suppose it's average.
Yep. No worries.
We have 1,000% just failed the mission.
Anything else for
Hang on.
Ash to do?
That's not that.
I mean,
No,
that
I'm
is
done.
typical, like Suicide Squad. They fail like the first 5 missions of every film, don't they?
I've gone in there all guns blazing to start with, using my highest level spell, trying to knock down that HP as soon as I can.
I'm not judging. Much. No, I'm kidding. Tis the nature of a one shot. Doesn't matter if we win or lose. It's a one shot.
No.
I mean, there's no from my location, I wouldn't have seen her.
No, definitely.
Cool, that's me.
Can I just ask, what is everybody's HP?
108.
72.
86 plus 40.
So, Storm Giant's turn next. He is going to do his lightning strike.
Whew.
Where's he centering it?
So he's gonna center it. He will center it between, as close as he can, between the two in front of him, because he can see you just cast this giant ball of thingy, and he saw you come in. He wants to. He likes his dinner slightly charred, as you saw on the what do you call it?
Curse you in all these deck saves.
I know.
Shouldn't have told you what the weakness was.
No, yeah, well, I already had the thingy planned. Let's see what 12d8 do. Oh, that's less than the average, so that's okay.
23
Your temporary hit points are gone.
Oh no.
You
I've got
take
5
5
HP.
whole points of damage.
And 23 points of damage for Ash. And then we have to Roll a d6.
Recharged.
Great.
Recharged. And I think that's its turn done. We go then to Ignuff, who's just been hit with a lightning bolt.
Barely felt it.
Ignoff is going to do his full walking pace up to there.
I mean, what does the walk look like?
Does he drop to all fours and really slowly turtle crawl?
No, but it's I mean, it looks almost painful to watch him slowly moving around. Stood up 2 feet, but yeah, it doesn't look natural. It looks
Not
false.
in a natural.
Like the sloth in Zootopia at the DMV.
Yes.
Scott doesn't get the reference, but Cat and Craig do. I'll take it.
Or the
That's a good film, Scott.
Master
What's that?
is it Master Ugne from
Zootropolis.
Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah.
Also like that.
So you charge painfully 30 feet forward.
And then I'm going to cast literally on it because I think it's so big. Insect
Masculine.
plague.
Mask cure wounds.
Oh, did I realise? Wow. Feel it.
So 21 points of healing for the giant. This is like any quiz show you've ever seen. We have to take your first answer.
First answer.
Can't say. Swap me by another 20-foot radius. That bitch be dead.
I'm not aiming behind it. I'm aiming straight at it.
I tell you what, when I clicked it and rolled the damage, it occurred to me then who that character actually was.
Well, a 20-foot radius, Craig, would make it 40 foot wide.
Yeah, but 20. Oh, yeah. Oh well.
That's a 20-foot radius. That's a 20-foot radius. So yeah.
Yeah, I ain't fussed. Ain't getting it. It's going straight at
Yep.
it.
So what do we need to roll?
Constitution saving throw.
Cool. So the giant rolls an 18.
Fail.
I have a feeling I also need to roll. Yes.
Yep.
Yep. She rolls a 7,
Fail.
which would be a 5.
Oh, you got a -2.
I'm making her stats up as we go because I didn't expect her to be involved in it at all. But she's
Success.
She's a thingy.
I mean, I'll roll for the horse, but I don't expect it's going to make a great deal of difference. That's a 5. So the horse is dead.
What's the damage?
4d10. Oh no.
Is it
16.
half on a success?
Yeah.
So I take 8.
That's shit roll. 40-10.
Awful.
Yikes.
I don't think so. I mean, you come here for death,
Death has been achieved.
and you have achieved your goal.
God's sake.
High five, Craig. High five.
Mission failed. You killed the hostage. Start
hostage?
again.
Anything else Ignuf would like to do?
No, I think that's enough carnage for one turn.
Fuck's sake.
Veneri, your turn.
Oh my
legs-
God's
through the legs-
sake.
through the
Fuck
le-
shit,
through the-
cunt and damn.
Through the legs of the giant, you can see the woman that you maybe caught out the corner of your eyes you charged up to attack is now.
I would
laid
like to
in a
think that
pile of
Venari
blood.
would be smart enough to realise that was the person we were supposed to save and already knows that all hope is lost.
But we animate dead.
Don't think it'll work somehow. And I've used all my level 3 spell slots, so I can't revivify.
I don't have that one.
Oh wait, no, I could Channel Divinity to get a spell slot back and Revivify.
And then no one would ever know.
I'm just going to keep wailing on this Storm Giant because we're already screwed, so I may as well go out in a blaze of glory. Yeah. Yeah. So that's just going to be, it's going to be 2 attacks at the Storm Giant with various modifiers, which I will add after. So that's a nat 1. So
That misses.
and then a 15, which will also miss.
So that one, horse has died already, hasn't it?
Yeah, just I can't imagine any penalty worse than the fact that we're already doomed to death. So
That's a fair point. You know what? I will say, as you swing, you fall backwards, stumble off that step. You're going to be 10 feet away from it, but no opportunity attacks because it's forced movement and you're just a bit further away from it.
So second attack, I've swung as I'm falling and
Yeah.
missed as well. Yeah, that's fine. That'll have to be me.
Ash?
No, before he ends his turn, he needs to make a DC 20 Constitution saving throw.
Is he not out of it now, though?
It's still there, and it's still a 20-foot radius.
Is that even if you passed your initial save?
I believe so.
There's
It's also make this saving throw when it enters or ends its turn there.
I mean, I didn't technically say I ended my turn officially. I've still got movement. I could move out of the radius.
Oh, I just realised with mine, at the end of its next turn, it should have taken another 5d4 acid damage.
Well, throw it on there. Go on, roll the 5d4.
I've moved out of the insect clay with my remaining movement.
Oh, 9. Yikes!
How many ones?
Yoo-hoo!
So then we will then move to Ash.
Okay, Ash is going to step up 30 feet. Oh. No, I'm measuring, not moving. That's why. 30. And then bonus action, Misty Step. And that's 30 feet and move here. And then I'm going to use something called Innovation.
Elevation.
So I'm going to reach out a channel of darkness to it and start trying to drain some of its energy.
I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Ooh, from me.
Yeah, you entered the insect play.
Cool.
Oh,
Nope.
Fail.
So what do I take then?
4d10.
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 Oh, you just... Apologies.
Take yours. Take yours.
No, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely using this innovation thing. So it's a dex save.
What, from the Storm Giant?
Yes, please.
Dex save is a 18.
Damn it. On a failed save, takes 4d8 necrotic damage.
On a successful, it's 2d8, I think, is it not?
2d8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my apologies. I saw failure. I was like, oh, that's me that's failed, not it. So, 2d8, 10, and the spell ends. Oh well.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I was hoping it would fail and then I'd get some energy from it. Oh well, that's fine. That's my turn.
So. What would the Storm Giant do now? I think the Storm Giant would try to walk out of this horrible insect area. He has to do a con save start of his turn, correct?
No,
End.
So he will walk away and stop when he gets to you guys. And then
Isn't that then a con save for entering your spore halo thing?
yes, it is.
a 20.
Matches.
Meet or beat, so
Yeah.
he saves. Is it half damage or any? Nope.
No.
And he then is, as he stood next to you, is going to make a great sword attack at each of you, one each. So the first one will be at, we'll say at Veneri. There's a 27, and then the next one at Igna for a 20.
Yeah.
Miss.
You say miss?
Miss.
Cool. So 32 points
22.
of slashing damage.
Oh, that.
But that's all he's doing this turn. Then it is Ignuf's turn.
Hang on. I am going to use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Lovely.
So, in response to taking damage, a level 2 Hellish Rebuke back at the Storm Giant. 18 points of fire damage. Plus 8, so 26 points of fire damage.
Did
If it
roll as a dex
fails
save.
its save. Bollocks, I
Yeah,
forgot
roll
about the next save for Hellish Rebuke.
Rolled a 20, so it'll be half, won't it?
I'm just going to double check.
I imagine it is.
Half as much, yeah. So 18 plus 8, 26, so 13 fire damage.
I mean, he's almost blooded. I mean, he's very close to being blooded. It's taken a few whacks so far. Not as many as somebody else. I mean, someone else is DED dead, but let's carry on with Ignuf's turn.
So obviously, as he's seen the giant leave the plague, I'm going to drop concentration on that spell.
Yep.
And let's just go with a toe-to-toe fight. So I'm going to try and hit it with my moon sickle. Does a 27 hit?
Yes, it does.
So that's 6 slashing.
Add your D8.
How much? So D8 radiant.
Yep.
And then how many? Extra D6 necrotic for my symbiotic entity.
Yep.
And that starts its turn for that one. So I think that's everything I can do with that. Our bonus action, can I try and knock it prone?
You can.
Try.
Can't see a problem.
So
What's
my
the phrase?
There
You can
was-
certainly try.
I mean, I only rolled a 13
Oh, so close.
With a plus 9.
with a plus 9. Yes.
That was the chance gone.
I mean, I don't know if it would have had advantage.
There's got to be some caveat to trying to use Shield Master to knock something that's 4 times the size of you prone, surely.
No.
But it doesn't work on this occasion.
And that's a bonus, that's an action, and I'm not moving anywhere, so that'll end my turn.
Cool. Next up is top of the round with Veneri.
Okay, I'm just going to let's use my bonus action to cast. Let's go with Thunderous Smite at level 1. So if I hit it, it takes an additional 2d6 thunder damage. And try and hit it with my Sunblade. So that'd be a 23.
That will hit.
And I will Divine Smite my last level 2 spell slot for some additional damage as well. Just going to tick that off there. So that'll be the initial damage plus 4d8 plus 2d6.
If it's easier, I wouldn't bother rolling the 2d6.
Obviously, it's a fucking storm giant. It's not going to take any thunder damage. Oh dear. And then I'll get back down to simple roll. Back off Windows. There we go. So 48. That's 27 radiant damage for attack number 1.
Oof.
And then attack number 2. I knew I should have used Searing Smite instead of Thunderous Smite. Stupid me. 27 to hit with
Definitely hits.
with another Divine Smite on this one. Wait, I only rolled 3d8. No, I rolled 4d8. No, that was right. Yeah, I am right. I keep second guessing myself because I'm thinking I've not included my additional 1d8, but I always do. So that'll be the initial damage plus 3d8 on this turn. So that's 11 plus 16. 27 damage on that one as well. So that's 54 total damage.
Oof. He's not looking good at all. We'll move to Ash.
Ash is going to brandish her Staff of Power,
Oof.
channel her energy through it, and it has 20 charges. She is going to expend
Yes.
5 of those to cast a 5th level Fireball.
Sweet.
Right at the giant's back.
Cool.
Dex saves all round then, yeah?
Yeah, because it goes round corners, so it will engulf everybody.
She don't give a shit.
Nope.
You get to add to your saving throw, Ignus. Not that I think it will affect you, because it's only a +4. Do I get to?
Weirdly, the giant saves.
I get to add +4 though. So I got a 17, so I saved.
The giant sees it coming and goes like over it and just comes straight through to me.
It's half as much damage on a successful save.
So it's
I got a
14.
high level
Probably
cast.
more than that too,
I got
hasn't it?
2 ones.
You've been very unlucky with damage rolls tonight. They have been
Shite.
screwing you over. Now it is the... is that everything for...
Yeah.
So, Storm Giant is going to kind of feel where the wounds are, the bleeding on his body, and I don't like my dinner to fight this much. Turn around and see the dead female, and he is going to run and jump down this gorge,
Oh.
casting feather fall on himself as he's about to land. But you
Opportunity
will
attack.
both get opportunity attacks. 21 hits.
That's 14 plus 2d8 with my last divine smite. 22 from me.
And then Ignuf.
No, 3d8. Sorry, 1 sec. That time I did fail. Wow. 23 from me, not 22.
Well, the Moonsicle hits.
Plus a D8 plus a D6, was it?
Yeah. A whole extra 3 damage. 9 total.
Why is it as a player, you're like level 10 and you're hitting shite, but as a DM, when you guys are like, oh, we're only level 4.
Go on, what HP did it have left after 32 points of damage?
Oh, you son of a...
It had 34 points or whatever. I've literally, it's got 4 HP left, and I haven't added the D8 and D6 of damage. I was gonna say, he's not gonna survive, but he survives with 4 HP, and he
I know,
dives.
hang on. Can he do a Constitution saving throw because he started there?
He can. Constitution saving throw with my plus 10.
Oh,
26.
Fuck.
So the giant is going to run because what the monsters would do says that a storm giant is intelligent enough to flee the battle when he's being grievously injured. So he's going to run.
Didn't know
Jump
Storm
and
Giants could cast
escape.
Featherfall, though.
No, I didn't. At will, they can cast light, detect magic, featherfall, levitate, water breathing, control weather.
I suppose it makes sense that they'd have Featherfall, though, because they live on mountains. Just in case they slipped, they'd be able to stop themselves dying.
So the storm giant jumps, almost faints, collapses off the side of this staircase and into the open sky, sort of below, falling down this mountain, leaving the initiative over. And you guys standing there, and 2 of you will be probably aware that there is a dead female that looks very much like the woman you were shown in the picture. Not exactly the same because of all the acid and insects and shit.
Yeah.
Can I, once I've realised that's what's happened, and presumably everyone's told us off for killing it,
I
cast
don't think anyone would tell
reincarnate
you
on it?
off.
No, they'll just kill us.
Yeah. What does
I'm
that
gonna
do?
it's all up there. But basically, roll a D100.
Me roll a
Yeah.
D100.
Yeah.
What race is this person? Were they human?
They was human.
They were.
So 77 to 96. Damn.
They're now is that a gnome?
A rock gnome. Good choice. Gnomes are cool.
Yep.
Knowing full well, Venari knowing full well that we have failed and that the outcome of this is most certainly death. Can Venari throw themselves over the precipice after the storm giant with the explicit intention of killing it when it's like on his way down?
You can do, or if you wish, we can leave this on a back burn. So if we have a session with you 3 again, you might want to see if you can find somebody within a few days who can cure you of this ailment and go on the run.
Ooh.
If that's something you'd be interested in, or would you rather just do another one shot where you create?
I mean, I'm quite happy to keep the character because I do quite like the character
Well,
I've
this is
built.
what- we don't do that, do we? We don't do one shots, you see, and I know you'd all really enjoy your characters, so
I'm happy either way.
I'm quite happy to do a somewhat evil campaign where we end up being criminals on the run from the law.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I'm on board with that.
So we'll leave the session right there with you here, reincarnating this human into a rock gnome.
Or
It's much
revivify.
more fun than it's much more fun to reincarnate than revivify.
Yes.
It is much more fun to do it Craig's way.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
It is much more
I
fun.
mean, I'd need at least 8 hours of sleep before I could cast Revivify.
Oh, I've got 3 spell slots I could use, but nah.
Well, yeah, I mean, as I said, I scry with my little eyes. You were being watched the
So-
whole time anyway.
The people that have freed us from jail are well aware of the fact that we
Yes.
failed in our mission.
Yes.
Yes.
So now it's all about escaping.
Yes.
Yes, and also trying to get rid of this curse, which you'd know will probably kill you.
Level up.
Damn it, I don't have Featherfall.
If you kill the giant, then I was going to give everyone a level up, but
Oh, come on. It had
What?
1 HP.
Point.
Damn it. Right. No, I've got different ways to. I could actually wild shape or polymorph on the way down to stop my fall.
Owlbear from the top rope.
well, you going down to kill it.
No, because I've got to take a full. Is it a full hour? I've got to cast that spell, reincarnate. Yeah,
I was going to say, yeah.
probably run away in that time.
Limped away. I will think about a level up. I will not say yes right now, but
Ew.
Well,
But
that was a lot of fun,
technically-
Scott.
That was
technically,
fun. Hmm?
I enjoyed that. That was fun.
You
I
won.
could have killed you all tonight, and I chose not to. But I'm not going to tell my friends at work that. I'm going to say that I did kill you all because
You couldn't have killed us if you tried.
4 days you're dead anyway.
True.
You've not done that. Some passive aggressive dickhead's done that.
But I made him do that. I'm the passive aggressive dickhead.
Killing people through story doesn't count.
Damn it.